For the grid one, bro, you missed it. That shit had me fucking stuck. It was bad. Like it was the ones at the three was harder 9 to 5. You seen the Phase Clan video? I seen some of it. Like I watched some of it and then I seen clips of other parts that I didn't watch. I spoke on this a little bit on yesterday's stream. I don't know if you remember, but I think it's very situational and objective, in my opinion. I think it's situational and very objective because there's pros and cons to each of them. Yes, streaming could be easier on your physical, but it's a lot harder on your mental. On top of that, it could become very uncomfortable and you lose your track of time, you lose yourself in it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot that goes into the streaming world, into content creation, into IRL streaming, whatever. You're basically live TV for everybody to see. Hundreds of thousands of people always looking at your clips. They're always watching you, technically. And it's hundreds of thousands because even though you may have the people that I'm gonna refer as to the people that are in those that was in that video, even if they do have, they're averaging, let's say, between 4 to 30,000 people to stream, each of them, like live concurrent viewers. And then they have people posting their clips that are getting hundreds and millions and hundreds of thousands and millions of views. They're being seen by like millions of eyes no matter what, every single one of them. Now, this also plays a part in like the cons of streaming. You have haters, you have people that are gonna try to fuck you over in so many different ways, by like people that are gonna try to dox you, people that are gonna try to send SWAT teams towards you, people that are gonna try to fuck with you on the internet by trolling you, send you hate. You know what I'm saying? There's cons to it, of course. I mean, there's pros to it, of course, but like the cons of this, I feel like way out cons of 9 to 5s. Because I feel like even with your body, like your body hurting, you know what I'm saying? That's more of like, how do I explain this? It's really a hard question to answer, and I feel like there is no harder. It's just you take your good with the bad, regardless which one you do. Because if you're in a 9 to 5, you're more than likely gonna hate your job. Because most people that work 9 to 5s, that's not what they love. That's not what they want to do. So you may consider it harder because you already don't want to be there. But like a lot of these streamers, it's hard on them mental regardless, because they doing this for a living because they love doing it. They already have mad bread. Yes, they have to upkeep a lifestyle, but a lot of them, bro, like let's be honest, like they could quit and invest their money into something and still be wealthy. I feel like the biggest difference between them is if you love or hate it. You know what I'm saying? If you're a 9 to 5 job and you're working it and you've been working it for 20 years and you still hate it, that's your fucking fault. That's your problem. Obviously, I know there's factors that come into this. Let me switch to full cam. Obviously, I understand there's factors that come into this. Like, you also got to take into consideration these people have families to feed. These people also have families. They have bills to pay. And they can't just quit a job they fucking hate because it's paying the bills, bro. It's putting food on the table for their kids, for them. Sending their kids to school, clothes on their back, water for them to shower, brush your teeth, all this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much that go into it. It's really a more complex question to ask than just like, is 9 to 5 harder or is streaming harder? But I think there's pros and cons to both. And the only for sure answer that you can have is any 9 to 5 that is physical labor. Any 9 to 5 that you're working in the sun, working in whatever weather there is. So like, for example, okay, I'm gonna get to that. All right. A 9 to 5, for example, is like working the construction. Like, for example, what a lot of these, there is blue collars workers, but there's more immigrants working in these fields, like roofing, building the actual houses. You know what I'm saying? Like the electricians working out there. You know what I'm saying? There's like so many fields, the plumbing, all of that. Like, well, plumbing is a lot more Americans from what I've seen and what I'm met. But just those fields, the trades, there's a lot of more, Hispanics in it. But beside the point, those are hard trades. Like all these trades are hard on the body. You know what I'm saying? Even the immigrants picking up fruits from the farms. Exactly. Like things like that. Now look, what I was gonna say that I wanted to wait for later is if you're gonna compare them, compare two people that love their jobs. You know what I'm saying? Compare a streamer that loves streaming, IRL streaming. He's working 80 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? Like this man's putting in overtime, mad time into the shit. Like he's streaming 6 days of the week IRL and then saving 1 day for himself and just to like collectively pick ideas and shit. You know what I'm saying? Pick someone that loves their job at streaming and is exhausted but still loves it, and pick someone that works in hard labor but loves doing it. Like for example, and someone that I think the perfect example is Hams and Daquan. What about them? That the streaming, like even though they were so good at it and everything, like they didn't love it. Cause I mean they did disappear. Oh yeah, they did love it, but that did take a huge toll on their body, on their mental. Like they were so big that it kind of scared them, I think. Cause like they were physically getting affected, like when I say physical is like through the screen, like the hate and like whatever they were being told and just being on camera all the time, always looking at the screen. You know what I'm saying they would stream 15, 16 hours and fuck exactly. That's another thing. These 9 to 5 workers, what is it? 9 to 5. That's 8 hours. 9, 10. Well, 9 to 10. 10 to 11. 11 to 12. 12 to 1. 1 to 2. 2 to 3. 3 to 4. 4 to 5. Right? That's 8 hours. 8 hours. Most of these streamers are doing more than 8 hours. Way more than 8 hours. You obviously have, your typical like your Nick Mercs, your Tim the Tatmans, streamers of that echelon. Usually they're like of that age as well. They usually always die down on the time they stream. They have a lot of. I'm not saying everyone, but those streamers they've been known for so long. They have the money. They don't necessarily need to stream 20 fucking hours a day. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to stream 15. You know what I'm saying? Hours a day. They could do 8 hours. They could do 6, 4 if they wanted to, and it would still make a good amount of money. They wouldn't have to worry too much. It's very different, in my opinion. Like it's a complex question. It's something like that you can't just answer very easily. It's too much. It's too much to really. It's too much. Phantom 2. He takes month-long breaks because his mental with the streaming. That's a perfect example. But I mean, okay. That's the luxury of streaming though. Cause you can't just be like call on 9 to 5 and be like, hey, I need a month off. This shit's hurting my mental. I need to fix myself up. They're gonna be like, hey, you're gonna have to look for another job, bro. Cause we can't have you gone for a month. You on schedule for the next month. Exactly. You can't do that with a 9 to 5. That's a luxury of it. But also you gotta take into consideration Phantom is one of those streamers that is up there. Bro, look at this man's car collection. And yeah, I know he probably is still paying it or leasing or whatever. I doubt he leases it. I'm going to be honest. I doubt he leases. But he's probably still paying them off, or he put them as a tax write-off and shit. Because, these niggas are smart, bro. They moving smart with their money. So, But for example, if you put me against someone at 9 to 5, like, obviously they're going to look at me and be like, bro, you're not worried about shit. At the same time, like, I'm trying to make this my job, but I'm not getting anything out of this. Like, I'm trying to make this my job, but I'm technically not getting anything out of this right now as we speak. Like, all jokes aside, realistically, he also has money coming in from other avenues other than streaming. That's also another thing. That's a difference. See, there's so many pros to streaming, but there's a lot of cons, and the cons usually don't come in for streaming once until you like are getting up there. Like, even as me, I can get super exhausted, but like I'm not getting any pros, so it's not really a con, you know what I mean? if in my eyes. So like if I'm streaming 20 hours a day for a month straight, but I'm not getting paid, like it's not me being exhausted isn't a con. Like there's no pro, there's no con because I'm just doing it for myself. It doesn't matter. But once you start getting paid, once it's your job, then that's when you have to start like pros and cons. If I want to do this, I can't do this because this is fucking my mental. While you know what I'm saying, you just gotta weigh it out. I'm down to run it, Barrett. Just give me a second. Give me a little second, twin. Give me a little second. But yeah, that's really what that's how I see it, in my opinion. I didn't even end up posting this.
Let's go! Let's go! I do this shit by myself! I do this shit by myself!
Trying to get those streams up. Interesting.
I love
What?
Abbott, waiting for you. Come here. Okay, oh my god, I'm scared. I'm dead ass scared. It's like this. Abbott, I beckon your call.
What the fuck? He just called that motherfucking crow to him like he's Itachi, bro.
Abbott, I beckon your call.
That's funny as hell, chat. That's so funny. It'll come soon, trust. I think the 9 to 5 is more dreadful because it's not something enjoyable like streaming, interacting with viewers and playing a game you like. I mean, that's the thing. Interacting with the viewers is probably the most enjoyable thing about streaming, in my opinion. So like, but also when you're not getting paid and you grinding hard, it can also fuck with your head because some people don't see progress and they get so unmotivated. I mean, that is true. And I'm gonna be honest, this shit is so unmotivating, bro. It's so unmotivating. Like, the amount of times I have want to just get on here and just, like, not even start up a stream, but just, like, delete everything and just, like, get a job and just start somewhere else. I don't do it because if I'm consistent enough and I constantly stream and I put my time and my blood, sweat, and tears into this shit, it's gonna eventually pay out. And that's just all I'm waiting for. I mean, I'm fucking young. Bro, I'm 20 years old, bro. What the fuck am I gonna give up because 6 months of my life didn't work out? The fuck? Bro, I could keep grinding on this shit. I'm gonna get a fucking job eventually. Because I was gonna say that. I'm getting to the point where I have to get a job. I'm gonna still grind on this shit, but I gotta get a job, a little part-time, just to sustain myself so I could keep grinding on this shit. Because I need some money flowing. And I don't want to get no full-time job because I'm gonna be way too exhausted dealing with a full-time job and then coming on here and dealing with, like, streaming. Like, I want to get a full-time job where I work after I stream. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how I want to do. Home Depot paying $16 an hour for part-time. Nigga, don't tell me that because I will go sign. Chad, we are filling a Home Depot application on stream, my brother. I'm about to apply and work 2 jobs. Alright, my bad, money maker. My bad. Like, fuck, son. Like, damn, why you do that to me? What the hell is this? Oh. That motherfucker invited me. But yeah, I think interacting with the for example, just having y'all here, or like for example, Sunken, just you being in the chat with someone else, or just like you by yourself. If I'm just talking, wait, what? My brother works there. He's getting 16 hour and only part time. Swear, I got one right by my crib. I would go right, cause I was thinking Target, chat. I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna go work at Target for like 15 hours. They let you work your own schedule on some shit. So I was really just going to work nights. You know what I'm saying? Wake up early in the morning, gym, do what I gotta do, and then yeah, I'd wake up early, stream, go to the gym, stream after the gym, stream for like 4 hours, and then go work, and then come back home, rinse, repeat. I was thinking about doing that, but if I could go to Home Depot and probably get around the same, I would just stream around that, around the work schedule. But I would have to be able to go to the gym in the morning no matter what, because I like going to the gym in the morning. It feels a lot more refreshing. It feels a lot better on my body. Also, um, Home Depot's a lot closer to me, bro. Home Depot is nothing but like 5 minutes away from my crib, whereas Target's like 10, 15 maybe. I think it's way more. I think it's like 15. No, it's not no 15. It's probably like 10. Then Home Depot's probably like 5. Walking though is different. It's really about promoting and marketing your content. It's really luck based. People have to like you and your vibe because content now is just repetitive and they mostly just look at the best in every category, etc. T500 players. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That is true. I mean, that's how mostly everything is though. Can I? There you go. Remember Deller, bro, looked miserable streaming. I mean, but he hated it. He admitted it so many times that he was like in a terrible mental like state. He said it multiple times. He hated streaming and he only did it because he had to. Like certain people like that, like you know what I'm saying. They just he got lucky and blessed, but like it just wasn't what he wanted, and that could happen. You know what I mean? Like you could bless somebody with like money and they don't want the money, bro, and they're not gonna be happy with the money. You know what I mean? Like it's just situational. It's whatever happens to. It's who it happens to, really. You know what I mean? That's the thing. What happens and who it happens to is like a big part of it. But all right, Bear, you ready? Did you invite me? I invited you. I'm gonna be honest, but is it? I guess I know it's promoting content, it's promoting and marketing your content, but I feel like to an extent that doesn't even matter, bro. Cause like you said, it just matters if someone fucks with if people fuck with your vibe and shit. But I don't know, bro. I find it so hard to just come up now. I feel like I got like right now there's certain people that are coming up and like it's already their time, I guess. If you know what I mean, like it's just set base time. That made no fucking sense. What the fuck did I just say? Whole lot of nothing. There you go. Gotta be entertaining. Jinxie revived the dead game. Ronaldo was streaming for 3 years, making no money. Stable Ronaldo?